Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. Little gets the blood boiling. Why like a rivalry game? Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Clemson Tigers and the Florida State Seminoles. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, Clemson's head coach told me before the game, they believe that their wide receiver is the best in the country. He has been so electric this season, nobody can stop him. They believe that he is so efficient in the red zone, top 5 in the country in receiving touchdowns, and he firmly belongs in the Heisman conversation to hear his name called in New York later this year. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Noles ready to kick it away first. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The handoff to Johnson. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and this crowd giving this defense some juice.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the snap, it's Johnson. A sweet run gets it out to the 30-yard line, and that can really jumpstart a drive.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the second level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Look out, he's got room. Pretty good job of running to get there to the 32.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you wanted to show. Or, listen, maybe defensively this is something you need to start focusing on.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It can happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the Doak. From the gun, wants to pass. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. At midfield, he's got room. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Well, so much for the members' bounce. They get a break on the road here.
And how about that for this offense? The worst thing you could do when you're on the road is ignite the home crowd. This offense got a nice break early and a chance to not rouse up this crowd early in the game.
And the Tigers are rolling down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Moore. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
You know, Clemson football is at its best when they've got that guy at the helm that can be a playmaker. And Cade Klubnik had some of those flashes, right? Like going to the college football playoff the year before. But Clemson returning back to humanity a year ago. Not a good season for them. And Jesse, they didn't go out and get the five-star commit in the portal. They didn't go out and pay a lot of money. They believe in developing it through high school and the guys they've brought in.
Is it the guy, though? Because you mentioned it, David, and you're so right. When they had Deshaun Watson or they had Trevor Lawrence, they were the guy. They were the guy that took this offense, took this entire team to a national championship caliber level. They were true alphas at the quarterback position, and now we're going to find out if this new guy is the guy.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Wants to fire on second down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. It's Johnson. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short and it's fourth down.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And the holder will place it down on the left hash, a 47-yard try coming. That is no good. After the miss, no change in the score.
And this place was going crazy before the game, and the offense on the first drive kind of quieted them down a little bit, but the defense, great job. They get a goal-to-go situation. They get the stop, force the field goal, force the miss. The crowd's back in it, baby.
Looking downfield, it's Daniels. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wide receiver going in motion. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Up at the 23-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Just couldn't quite stay in bounds while making that grab. It's incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
You know they'd love to convert this 3rd down after missing a field goal on the last drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
Well, this defense was ready for go-bucks. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, and if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Great place to start for this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Just feeds the running back. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Makes a catch. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Touchdown Seminoles! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Got it down the field. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. after a play like that, you have to get it in the end zone on this drive. Motion from the wideout. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
Man, this quarterback's been in a nice rhythm all drive, hasn't he? He's just playing on time. He's making good decisions. He's now got the offense at 1st and goal. I'd let him throw it down here. He has earned that right.
They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. In the red area, it's Davidson. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Davidson. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
Pushes ahead, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that.
Oh, and they blocked it. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive, and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside, and now the ball is knocked free. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
Kick returners usually... That home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, looking for a man. Hauls it in. How about picking up tough yards like that as he gets to the 22? Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. It becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? Comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They stop him right there. A pickup of 10, enough for the first down, and we've also taken it to the 2-minute timeout. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. 3rd and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. Downfield again. Got his man. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. FSU calling its second timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Dead center, perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Dropping back, it's Daniels. He rifles one deep down the right side. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Pulls it in. It's Riles. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Florida State calls its 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Unleashes one deep. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going to try to get it himself. 1st down and more. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Arizona in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Cal Golden Bears. And it's the Wildcats, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. It gets them to 4-1 on the season, and it's got to be looked at as a solid start. Here are now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC.
The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to the run, and they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it from the gun. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
The Seminoles with the 1st and 10. It'll be a draw. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wide receiver comes in motion. The receiver on the jet sweep. Maybe a crease. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. The Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, no! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, my pussy.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Here's the return from inside his 10. They'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Off the RPO, complete. There's a crease. Ripped off the huge chunk play all the way to the 31-yard line. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to throw it again. Moving out to the right. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
Well, the offense getting a little bit greedy. I think they had an explosive play the play prior, and they decided to try to pile on, throw the ball right away. But the defense was ready for it. What a great job up front, defeating the block and getting the sack, creating a negative play.
And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. And the disjointed start just looks sloppy when you get a false start. It's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort. Right now, they're making the most plays.
On 3rd and forever, let's test his arm strength. He's taking the shot. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. After that punt return, there is a man slow to get up. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. First play of this drive comes from the 27. They use the end around. First play of the drive. That'll get the eyes moving. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful. When you've got receivers with the speed that guy has, you really need to play with good eye discipline and know where the ball is at all times, because if he outflanks you, he could take it to the distance.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll send the back in motion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Finding some room. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Handoff from the gun. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. This is a designed run. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. And the Seminoles will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Davidson. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wants to throw it again. Grabbed behind the line. It's Davidson. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Going for the big play. Makes the grab. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll set up to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Tigers. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And at this stage of the game in the 4th quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
No-brainer this late in the game. Up by 1, you got to go for 2 and try to push it out to a 3-point edge. On the direct snap, it's Moore. Into the end zone, the 2-point conversion is good, and now they're up by a field goal. Curious call here as they line up for an onside kick with the lead in a one-possession game in the 4th. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Down in the play is their sophomore linebacker, a guy they can ill afford to lose. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here.
Here we go, ready.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw, it's Daniels. He's got his man, makes the grab. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. Under fire. He's knocked down at the 33, and that's short of the line to gain, and let's see what they do on 4th down.
Well, the unique thing about this defense with their nickel personnel is they're able to disguise what they're doing. They can play a lot of different coverages. They can play man, zone, but they can also bring the nickel player in the box and still be pretty good against the run. That time, pretty good job defending the QB scramble. Let's see what they do here on 4th.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the 4th quarter. One-possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that 4th down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and a turnover on downs.
The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Sends it back in motion. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That's caught. It's Johnson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Receiver going in motion. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to get it through the air. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. On 4th and inches, maybe rethink things just for a moment. They call a timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Moore. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. FSU calling it second timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Fires quickly. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And no surprise to see this guy just going off again, right? One of the best receivers in the entire country. Over 100 yards his last game out. He's got over 100 in this one. And this is why he's up for the Heisman Trophy here, guys, late in the year. It's what you do in the month of November that gets you remembered as a team, but also individually. He keeps putting performances like this together. We're going to see this guy in New York City.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Fakes to grab. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today, and we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
Clemson trying to just bleed this clock dry. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Might as well finish with a little flair. The defense comes up with a turnover, and they can take a knee if they choose from here on out.
Oh, my goodness. What you couldn't do. Make this mistake late in the ballgame. Now, your defense better go bail you out and make a play, because that was a critical turnover.
Working on the right. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Offense changing the play. To the air, it's Daniels. Complete. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Passes incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, this defense has had the QB's number all game long. One of the reasons why is because this cornerback, when he's on an island, he's winning the 50-50 balls, and he's not letting anything get thrown over his head downfield. Great job in coverage, disguising what he's doing and knocking balls away.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wideout set, trips right. Back to throw, and he's running out of time. He'll try to do it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. And with 3 seconds left, a last chance to extend the game into overtime. And he got it! And the 3 ball gives us a tie. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Might have a chance. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
1st and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The Noles want to pick up the tempo. Touchdown, Florida State! And they score first here in overtime.
And the running game is so important when you get inside that 10-yard line and that field starts to shrink. And it's so nice to have a back with some physicality. Great job running the football, using that stiff arm, finishing the run, and getting in the end zone.
Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Looking to throw on 1st down. Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted and room to run. And that will put a stamp on it. A game-deciding play as they seal it with a pick.
Are you kidding me? Lucky number 7. He's got 7 interceptions on the season, consistently around the ball. High IQ, breaks on the football great. This guy just makes play after play after play.
It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.